good, everybody? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? What's up, y'all? Y'all just joining in. Look, we're gonna have Bentley Kyle Evans on the show, y'all. If y'all not familiar with Bentley Kyle Evans, he's a brother that he produced the Jamie Foxx show. He produced Martin, a lot of the hit shows that we still watch to this day, from things like Millennials, Don't Stop Embarrassing Me, which is coming on Netflix pretty soon. What's good, bro? So look, y'all stay locked in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes, man. We got, look, Bentley, I see you, bro, in the building, man. We got to warm the stage up for you a little bit, man. We gonna let some folks come on in here. You know what I mean? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling, family? How y'all doing out there? But again, y'all, if y'all just tuned in with an interview with the one and only, man, Bentley Evans, y'all. Look, I'm really excited about this interview because a lot of the shows that this brother produced, right, I watched, and we all watched. And so we get to hear from the horse's mouth about what it was and how it felt to produce those shows over the years. What does it still feel like to this day to kind of, still be producing shows? Really, also, too, is how do you get into it and some of the upcoming projects Bentley has in the pipeline. And by the way, though, if y'all haven't checked out the show, right, right now, In the Cut it's on season 7. And so In the Cut is on BounceTV. You can catch all the episodes from season 1 all the way to season 7 on BounceTV right now. It's airing right now. All right. But, Bentley's going to be jumping on in about 1 minute. 1 minute, y'all. So y'all stay locked in. We got 30 minutes with Bentley, which is a privilege and an honor to share this IG live with him. I think that, a lot of times we don't get to hear from the greats and people behind the scenes who's allowing us to view this content and put together the people in the rooms that are creating living Black history. So, I know that we are just right outside of Black History Month, but I think it's good to chat and sit down with this brother and kind of tap in to see exactly what he's been doing over the years, how he got started. I think I love these kind of stories because every time I do one of these, I'm like, damn, that's the brother that's responsible for all this great content out here. You know what I mean? Bentley is here. 3 o'clock, y'all. So any moment now, we got Bentley should be pulling up. I'm gonna wait for him to get the request going, and then after that, we're gonna run into his interview. So y'all stay locked in. Stay locked in. Here you go right now. Oh no. I'm thinking that's Bentley about to come over here, man. Oh, we waiting on Bentley, man. We waiting on Bentley to come through. So let me know. I'm pretty sure Chris is like, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing? How you doing? Peace and blessings. He's in the, which one is? I want to make sure I'm bringing on the right person. I don't want somebody decline. He's in the room. He got to request it. Let Bentley know he got to request it. I know he's in the room, but he got to request it. Y'all stay locked in, y'all. It's your boy Rillo, man. I'm looking one of the partners here with Blackness Chaser, and I'm so excited about this opportunity, y'all. It's for real. Look, in the 3 years we've been operating, over the years we've had some amazing and truly trailblazing folks to grace this stage of Blackness Chaser, and Bentley Evans is going to be another one. So should be a historical moment. I don't know who Emily. This ain't for you. We waiting on Bentley. We waiting on Bentley, y'all. Hey Chris, if you watching this, let Bentley know that he has to request. So tell him to click on the request button so he can come in. That's what we waiting on. Let me see. Okay, I just sent him the request, so he should be tapping in soon. Okay, bet, bet, bet. You know, just so y'all know it's real. Just so y'all know. Yeah. Yep. Appreciate you. Have amazing. That's a crazy ass little that's a crazy ass name. Yo, so look, it's about to go down. Again, we still waiting on Bentley. Chris, let him know I just requested it. So if he's I'm waiting on bro. We gonna wait. We got time. We got time. We got time. And of course. And of course. Yo, I would have like when you came in with that name, right? Unable to join. Wait, hold on, man. What's going on here? There we go. It's about to happen. Oh, okay. All right. Billy, my man, what's good, brother?
There you go. There you go.
I was
Listen,
like, bro,
I was
I was
trying to
like,
get on. I was trying to get on my laptop, and it
oh,
wouldn't let
word.
me on. I was going, "Where's the request?" But here I am, bro. What's up, dog?
Man, good, man. I'm Cirilo, man. Thank you so much, man, for joining us today on Blackness Chase. Yo, it's truly, truly, truly an honor, bro. Like, when I look back, I remember getting an email from Chris, and he was like, yo, y'all want to do the interview with the brother that created Jamie Foxx and, like, and Martin. I was like, wait, I was like, what? I mean, are you really asking me? This is like a no-brainer, dog. This is history right here. We are literally sitting with one of the gods in the business, and I'm just truly a blessing, bro, to have you on this stage, man. So welcome to Blackness Chaser, where we think black and live black unapologetically. You know what I mean?
My man. I appreciate you having me, man. You know, we could chop it up. We could talk about, you know, we're the unsung heroes, the behind the scenes cats. So anytime we get a chance to tell it like it is, you know, we
Yeah,
jump in.
absolutely,
Yeah.
man. So this is one thing we always ask everybody because I think it's one of those things that it's just what we do, right? We got one of these shows called the Black Lunch Break, and at the very beginning of every Black Lunch Break, we ask this one question, and that is when you hear the words "Black with no chaser," right? When you hear those words, what kind of what thoughts come to mind?
Um, Unapologetically black. What comes to mind is you know the forefathers of the movement. You know, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. What comes to mind is that you know we got to tell it. We got to tell our stories from our perspective, from the real people that live it every day, and we can't leave out nothing. We got to be true to it 100%. So we got to keep it 100 black. That's what I think when I hear it.
Facts. Actual factual, bro. Actual factual, man. And it's funny because like every time we ask this question, there are some similarity between answers because I think a lot of black folks just think about the word black and black with no chaser in a similar way. But you were the first person to point out the forefathers of doing movement work, including Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. We would like to call them black deities, if you will. But so anyway, we're gonna get into it. But before we get into everything that you've been doing over the years, man, because you got a crazy, crazy, crazy career and a crazy track record on all the things you produce. How did you get into producing though? I mean, how does one go? Yeah, man, I'm about to produce this film. I'm about to produce this show. How does that look from the from like kind of from start? How'd you get into it?
You know what's the trip? It's like I never, so I didn't grow up wanting to be a producer, okay? I grew up here in LA, and you know, a lot of people come to LA with the dream of being a producer or whatever it is in the entertainment field. I never had a dream of being in entertainment whatsoever. It never crossed my mind, right? And so, you know, the way that I got is I you know, I was never really good at anything. I wasn't good at sports. I wasn't the best student. I couldn't quite figure out where I fit in. And the very first time that I set foot on a movie set, I fell in love and I knew I had to do this for the rest of my life. And that was Hollywood Shuffle. And I was just on there helping
Word.
out. I was just kind of like an intern.
PA
Um,
type vibe on the
yeah, it
set.
was like a
Yeah.
PA type vibe. One of my boys was like, yo, man, you want to get in show business? And that shit sounded so corny and so unreal to me. Like, show business? What? you know? And
Like, I'm
so
about it.
I was like, yeah, man, I mean, what are we gonna do? He said, man, we do. And I was like, movie stars? We're gonna become movie stars. I don't even believe that, right? And so he said he knew a guy. And he took me to Robert Townsend and was like, yo, man, Robert, this dude wants to volunteer. He wants to work too. So Robert was like, yo, all right, well, if you're serious, you'll be here tomorrow with a box of donuts at 6 a.m. because that's when we rolling. And I don't want to hear no excuses. This is how we doing it. So once I got to the set, I got a chance to see a real movie being made, and it blew my mind. I was like, wait. You can get paid doing that? So that's how I got into business. How I became a producer is a much more complex. I'll say this. My trajectory to becoming a producer was a natural progression from being a writer. So once I became a writer, then the natural progression is, it's like being in school. You go from first grade to second grade to third grade. My thing was in the writing business, after you've been doing it 2 or 3 years, you automatically get moved up to the producer level. And so that's how I became a producer level writer, but that's a writing producer. How I became a producer is when I went independent and started doing my stuff on my own, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Like, you know, when folks say that they're hardly good at anything, I just feel like it's interesting. I was just part of a documentary called What About Me? And just kind of segue, because I think it's an important note to make, which is that I think a lot of us, the reason why, especially Black folk in particular, there's only so many things that we are shown or exposed to at a particular young age, whether it be entertainment or like athlete, or maybe it's the homie around the way, right? And I think that, like, for you, it was just the ability, and once you saw it and you were in it, you realized it was obtainable, and like, boom, there goes the, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But I think in the beginning, what I hear from you is that you would just, it was never really, I think it was a lack of exposure, right? Which is for a lot of Black folk out there, you know what I'm saying? But for you, I'm glad you got that exposure, you got into the building, and then from there, you were able to build your career, what it is to this day. With that being said, though, right, they got, so people talking about your screen a little glitchy. So I want to,
Mine is?
yeah. So I
Wait a minute.
want folk to know, we talking to the real Bentley Evans. I don't want people think we catfishing them out there, man. Like, yo, but look, I know while Bentley is getting it together, he got the glitchy thing going on. The internet's hating on us, but it's all good. We're gonna get it together, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna rap with him. But again, we're gonna dig in more with In the Cut. Season 7 is airing right now Wednesdays at 8 p.m. In addition to that, what else we got coming up for him? We're gonna talk about Millennials. It's a new multi-camera sitcom executive. It's executively produced by Bentley Evans, right? Millennials explore the lives of 20-something. Oh, we about to get into this real quick. All right, he back. I think he back. We got Bentley back. Appreciate y'all for real, man, with y'all patience with this. You know, we dealing with. Okay.
Are we glitchy now? We still glitchy?
Still a little glitchy, but we're gonna roll with it, man, because I know we're gonna just roll with it, you know what I mean?
Nah,
but
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move locations. I'm gonna move locations. Word. I'm gonna go outside and we're gonna see if it's glitchy out here. Watch this though. Watch this. Are we still glitchy?
It's a little better. It's better though. It's better for sure.
It's better? Cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now question though, are you from LA?
I was born in the Bay, raised in LA.
Born in the Bay, raised in LA. All right. I used to live in LA, man. When I was in Cape Town for like 3 years. Matter of fact, the homie James Bland, who went to school at FAMU, he's out there still living in LA doing this thing. Man, he created the Giant series. You should check it out. But back to you, man. Look, so Jamie Foxx, right? You got a movie about to come out with Jamie Foxx pretty soon. It's called Dad Stop Embarrassing. Dad Stop Embarrassing Me. So now in terms of producing that show, what is that going to be about for folks out there? Now this premieres right on Netflix on April 14th, right?
Yeah. So it's not a movie. It's actually a series. So we threw it back to what we used to do. We went back and we're doing a sitcom. So it's a sitcom. It's starring Jamie. It's starring David Aller. It's starring Portia Coleman and a few others. And it's about Jamie's experience being a dad with his real life daughter, who's also Corinne Fox, who's also a producer on the show. And
Whoa.
so as we came up with this show called Dad Stop Embarrassing Me about, and we casted this young actress named Kyla Drew, and she's playing basically Jamie's daughter's role of being, Jamie being this movie star dad, but he's also a little bit embarrassing when it comes to his daughter and everything. So we made up a whole sitcom, and so we got 8 episodes hitting the screens April 14th on Netflix. So, man, please support us. We need all the support we can get so we can get that next season. Everybody said, why is Jamie doing a sitcom? And I think he wanted to get back to his funny roots. So that's what we did.
Yeah, yo, because I mean, like, obviously, I don't know if you were on the writing side of Jamie Foxx show, but just producing it. How is it working with Jamie Foxx? For folks that obviously I never met Jamie Foxx a day in my life, but I will, one of these days maybe we'll touch cross paths. But what is it like with Jamie Foxx behind the scenes, man, and getting that brother to do his thing,
Yeah, well, I did write the show. I wrote the pilot, and I created the show along with Jamie. So he and I co-created the Jamie Foxx show in '96. And what is it like working with Jamie? Jamie's a party, and I mean it. I really, really mean it. Working with Jamie Foxx is a party. It's like going to the club every day because he brings the energy. He got people around. It's a lot of fun. The extras are popping. He got music going while we're shooting. The dude's a genius on the piano. So, but he's the best storyteller that I've ever encountered in my entire life. Nobody tells a story like Jamie. He's captivating. And so, working with him is a dream, and working with him again, now we're older. We were when we started, you know what I mean? And now we're older. So, it's just looking at a more within of him, but it's still a party every day, man.
Yo, I swear, man, I didn't realize Jamie Foxx, the show dropped in '96. Yeah, it's been a minute though, man. Like I'm aging. I'm aging, man. I was 10 when the show dropped. 10, bro. And
yes,
sir. To this day, I always say, man, Jamie Foxx is by far one of the most talented folks in show business, period. I don't think there's a more talented person, brother, whatever, out there than Jamie Foxx. So the fact that you get to still work with him, I think is dope. I know on April 14th, I'm going to be locked in because anything that Jamie touches in terms of like whether or not it's going to be funny. So I don't know what y'all going to be doing on April 14th out there. But your boy right here, man, we're going to be locked in. Black with No Chase is going to be locked in to Dad Stop Embarrassing Me on Netflix. But another thing y'all been doing right now is In the Cut. In the Cut's been around for 7 seasons now, which is like tough to do. And so like, how do you always, in terms of producing, right? How do you always make sure that when you're thinking about content and what you want to produce, how do you know that this is going to be the show? Like, okay, this is what I want to put out. This is what I want to get behind.
Well, with In the Cut, it's funny because it's autobiographical in a sense. My cousin called me up one day and he said, "Hey, cuz, check this out. You're not gonna believe this." He said, "Man, I just found out I got a son." So, in my mind, I'm thinking, "Oh, wow, what? A year, 2 years old, 3, what?" He goes, "Nah, cuz, he's 30." And I said, "What?"
Damn.
Right. So I said, "Hey, Reg, that's pretty funny, man. I gotta write a movie about that or something," right? So I knew that it was a real life situation that happened to somebody that was close. So I figured it's relatable because there's probably so many other people out there who dealt with that. So I said, let me take that scenario, right, about a guy who's just meeting his son for the first time at 30 years old. And then I put it inside of a barbershop where the father owns a barbershop, because I knew that it was relatable. Everybody, the barbershop for us is like, that's where we go to get our therapy, That's where we go to buy our hot stuff. That's where we go to buy, to get all the information, you know what I mean? So,
yo, facts,
right? I mean, it's what it is. And so I knew doing like that, it would be relatable to the people and they would understand it. So that's what I do when I'm coming up with show ideas, just like little obscure things that happen that you hear about and you go, that makes for a good show. And I haven't seen that yet. So that's how I try to, put my stuff together.
Yo, like, so somebody just said you're a genius, but I do think you're a genius. And sometimes, man, I be low key, like walking around the crib sometimes. My girl, she be like, I'll be bouncing crazy ass ideas off her. I'll be like, yo, what you think about this for a show? I said, this would be a dope idea for like a small pilot series. She'd be like, boy, whatever. I'd be like, nah. I said, these real life, I be thinking like the real life stuff, the things that we oftentimes don't think is the best content is probably some of the best content, right? It's like the old saying, when you try hard, you die hard, right? I think that what you're doing is just get like, you take the things that are happening around in the world, around your world, and just bringing them to the screen. That's it. And I think that makes for a more relatable and authentic conversation with an audience, because they can see themselves in those characters. I think you're starting to see more of that now, and not like romanticizing like what lives could be, but just like putting people, real folks and real life situations to the screen. And that's why personally though, I'll be real with you. You know, personally, man, like I'm gonna tell you something. In the Cut, right? I watched a couple of shows, damn good show. And the funny part about this is, you know, so Ken Lawson, right? I used to I used to be in LA Fitness with bro. Like it used to be actually it was who plays Professor Ogilvy in the
Dorian Wilson.
Dorian Wilson. That brother used to be in LA Fitness with me almost every single day over there on in Burbank, the one that's like right outside in NoHo, right? Over there. We used to be over in LA Fitness together. Yeah. Regina King used to be in there. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I was with that LA Fitness, and just so if y'all live in LA for real, LA Fitness really be having a lot of celebs in there, low key. Maybe not even low, high key though, like celebs all over. So if you're looking for a career, I'm not saying go run up on somebody. Maybe you want to. Maybe you might find a door in there running on a treadmill one day. I don't know. We should check it out. Anyway though, so back to the interview, man. I just want to say it because I used to really be almost running right next to bro. And so I'm glad to see him still doing this thing. Glad to see him in the cut. Always been a damn funny actor. So I appreciate the work that you're doing with him as well. But look, we got one more thing is coming out. One more thing. And I personally, I'm waiting for this to drop, right? Millennials. So tell us about Millennials really quickly and how you came up with this idea. This is definitely some LA shit. Because it's like, to me, about how people go to LA on a prayer and a wisher. Folk got master's degrees, law degrees, whatever, but they end up saying, you know, I'm going to be the next Denzel or Halle Berry, right? And so, so this is really a good script, I feel like. And so tell us a little more about Millennials, man, and what was some energy around that?
So here's the deal with Millennials. I didn't come up with the concept for Millennials. I just executive produced it and directed it. What happened was, two writers that I had been working with over the years, that I pretty much gave them their start in the business. You know, I kind of shepherded them, you know, mentored them, and they came up with the idea of Millennials because they're millennials. And they had this idea of like, let's do some characters that are so different. And it's like a flip on the living single concept that, you know, that is years. And so they were the ones that came up with the idea of Millennials, and I just oversaw it and made sure. So that's Orrin Williams and his pops, actually, and their brother Zach Williams. They're the ones that came up with the idea. But you know, we were able to sell that thing over there at UMC, which used to be UMC. Now it's branded as All Black. It's a streaming platform. If you don't know about it, it's a big streaming platform. It's really inexpensive to get on a monthly. So, you know, check it out. They got some really good programs on there and everything. But we were able to sell that over there, and we did 8 episodes. So they're on now. It's like they're just dropping them one at a time. So the first one's out now. I think the second one comes on either tonight or tomorrow. But Millennials is a trip. And here's the deal about Millennials. Hey, they let us be wild. There's no restrictions. They cussing. Word. They clowning. It's like no holds bar, man. They're going in on there, man.
So when they were doing I don't know if you know, but when they were doing the casting for it, like how did that process go? Because I think, like, I'm a millennial, and this speaks to me, man. You got a business student, a YouTuber, a college dropout, which is very typical of somebody being in LA. And you got a personal trainer, which is also very typical because I actually was a personal trainer in LA. I didn't know what the hell I want to do with my life. I just graduated college, moved to LA, and I was like, what everybody do out here? everybody needs a personal trainer. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna be a personal trainer. So this like spoke to me, man, as a millennial. I'm like, okay, there I go right there in LA trying to find my damn way. So how did like what was like and trying to find a diverse people that can really hold their own weight in the room by themselves, but also come together collectively and make this show?
Well, you know what? There were a bunch of different actors. Leah Butler was her casting company did the casting, and that's Lee Daniels' sister. So you know they're heavy, they're plugged, and her daughter, a little Leah, they're the ones that did the casting. And so you know, it was like let's try to find somebody who made an impact years ago. And so you know, Corey in the house, and the boys, Oren and Zach, they knew him. They already knew Kyle Massey. So it was like, hey, Kyle Massey in the lead role, and then build the cast around him. So, you know, they went after some YouTubers, some Instagram, social media guys like King Karan. Philip he was in the movie Are We There Yet? So we just wanted to grab some familiar faces. And then Aaron Grady, who I believe is the funniest out of everybody on the show. You know, he was a kid star. He starred with Kevin Hart in the show when he was a kid. And so we just went and grabbed some familiar faces, some people that we knew that could bring that comedy and wasn't scared to go there. And so that's how we came. Yep.
So now I know they got me see it. We got questions coming in. So we're going to take one question. They got one question right here for you while we got about 6 minutes left with you, bro. So here's the question, right? What advice do you have for new, you know, LA actors or actors in general who want to network with directors and producers?
So I would always say this. First and foremost, if you want to meet directors and producers, always offer your services as an intern if you're just getting started, because you may feel like, well, I'm an actor. Why would I be interning? Well, once you're interning, you get to know and see everything. You get to meet everybody. And then when they see that you're a reliable person as an intern, then they kind of want to go that extra mile to give you some information or give you an opportunity that you would never really get. So it's all about who you know, and that's really what it's about. It's like who you know, and then the talent comes second. Really, I hate to say it like that, but that's really what it is. It's all about who you know, networking with people. Me personally, I'm an open type of person, so it's like you can hit me up on the gram. And you know, if your words are, you know, put on there correctly, I may respond and we can chat it up.
Yeah.
And I some inside information. I'll have lunch. I'll say, come by my studio, which I have my own studio in Northridge, California, where we have our own sound stage and we do our own stuff. So I have a lot of people that have interned with me that are now on my writing staff. And as far as acting, look, Yvonne Orji, who plays on Insecure, plays Molly on Insecure, started as an intern for me at my studio. I met her in New York, and she asked me the same question. And I said, if you're serious about acting, move to LA. So she moved to LA, and just because she moved here and hooked up with me, I gave her an opportunity to come in as an intern. So she was a writer with me on my show, Love That Girl, on TV One. And then she started acting. I gave her a acting opportunity on the same show, and look at her now. So it happens all the time.
Word. I think it'd be important. You know, it's funny, man, because I think that now, especially millennials and Gen Zers, like everybody want to get paid for everything, right? Like they like intern, is it paid or is it unpaid, right? And I'm like, don't get me wrong, though. I understand that you want to be paid for what you're doing, but like to those out there, like, are internships paid, or you going out there just to kind of soak in the environment and you just like, you know, you grinding at that point? So it really ain't about the pay, but it's more about the connections, or is it paid and then you still get the connections as well?
Well, sometimes it depends on the budget. Sometimes it is a paid internship, and you know, which to me is just a PA. That's all a paid internship is, a PA.
That's it. And for folks out there who don't know, a PA is a production assistant. I know we saying PA, but production assistant, you basically working 15, 16. You working a lot, but it's a good way to get your foot in the door. So anyway, I'm gonna turn it back over to you, bro. My bad.
No, that's all I was saying. And the thing of, because as a PA, you get to see everything from the bottom up. You're running errands. People get a chance to see what your work ethic is. I started out in Hollywood as a intern, unpaid, for about 2 years. I did Hollywood Shuffle. It took us 2 years to make that film, but I was all in because it wasn't about the money, it was about the opportunity. And when somebody sees that you'll go hard in the paint for no money, they're willing to do anything for you.
That's real. That's real, man. Because it's like, I feel like we, you know, at Black with No Chaser, we try to bring on interns, and like we'll get DMs like, it's gonna be a paid internship. I'm like, look, man, we're a bootstrap, black as hell company, man. You know, we ain't there yet. We can't even pay ourselves right now. We trying to figure out like how we gonna pay our own light bills, man. But anyway, last question though, I think is a cool question from Ask Nurse Elise, right? She said, any advice for health professionals who want to consult or even write for medical scripted shows? That's a good question.
You know what? I have never worked on a medical scripted show. So I really don't have a lot of information on that. I mean, it seems to me that they do use real consultants on those shows. So I really, you know, I think I would be out of turn or out of line by giving somebody some information on something that I know. One thing about the entertainment industry, for me at least, I only write and I only deal with stuff that I know. So if
my pops used to tell me the same thing. He was like, boy, don't be talking about stuff you don't know.
If you don't know it, leave it alone. You will get clowned out there trying to talk about something that you don't understand. So when it's up to me in the barbershop and they say, hey man, hey, who you got for the Super Bowl? I'm like this. Hey man, let me just be real with you. I don't even know. I ain't gonna sit there.
I don't even know, Blair. No, but the one, okay, we got probably like 30 seconds, because she is sent. No, she rides ENT, right? It's her question or their question. I filmed my TV game show pilot. Who do I need to get it to now? What are the next steps? I think it's a great question as well.
You know what? It's gonna take a little bit longer to answer that question. Shoot me a DM and I will talk to you directly about that, because I couldn't give you all that information right here.
Right now, yeah. We ain't got the time.
Question. And I'm very impressed with the fact that you shot your own thing, because that's what I'm all about. I realize that Hollywood moves slow and they don't always get our vision. So sometimes you got to take your iPhone, you got to take your cameras, whatever access you have, and shoot your own vision and make it plain, because sometimes that's the only way that you're going to get your point across. But hit me in the DMs and I'll hit you back.
Word, man. Well, look. That's time, man. That's 30 minutes, bro, with the legendary Bentley Evans, man. Thank you so much, bro, for real, man, for coming through, blessing us with some info, telling more about your upcoming projects, and really sharing with the audience how you can get in the game. Because, and then what I hear from you is, if everybody out there listening to this right now, is there's no substitute for hard work, right? You got to put yourself out there, be vulnerable. You know what I mean? Don't worry about getting paid. If it's something you want to do full time, you want this to be your life's work, well, then it's cool if you put 2 years in unpaid for a lifetime of work that you know you want to be into, rather than putting a lifetime of work into a job you hate, right? And so, look, don't always be out there looking for a paycheck. Look, you know, follow your passion. You'll find your purpose in the process of that, man. So, again, Bentley, bro, it was a pleasure, man. Look, be blessed. Be blessed. And when I'm in LA, we're going to link up, man. I'm going to tell Chris, I'm like, Chris, man, link with Bentley, man.
Oh, man, that's easy. Let me know when you here. And it's on. We in them streets.
For sure, man. Look, be blessed, man. Until next time.
Okay, partner. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
All right, y'all. So we wrapping up, man. A little cool, smooth interview on your Wednesday afternoon with Bentley, the legendary Bentley Kyle Evans. So if y'all don't know about the shows, I'm going to read them off one more time so everybody can lock in, right? The first one is In the Cut. It's on BounceTV. The next one is Millennials. It's on All Black Network. Now in Bounce, I think BounceTV, I'm not sure you guys subscribe, but All Black you definitely do. Stop Embarrassing Me. If you got Netflix, April 14th, I think 8 episodes he said is dropping on April 14th. So y'all go check out Dad Stop Embarrassing Me. I think it'll be fucking hilarious. And yeah, yo. That's it. That's a wrap. See y'all next time. Who else trying to get in here? I'm going live. Everybody trying to go live now. Anyway, talk to y'all later, man. Peace out.